welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. Every time I say good morning, I want to say good morning, everybody. Say good morning, everyone. Does anybody know what that's off of? If you have small children, you may know. Or if you have small grandchildren, you may know. But every time I say good morning, I kind of want to do that. Good morning, everybody. Say good morning, everyone. Anyway, we are here, and yes, I am silly. It's Monday. Usually on Mondays we are exhausted, and here lately I have done super good about having a video already made for you guys, a cooking video. Not the case today. We had a special event yesterday at church. Let me just tell you, Saturday night when we went to bed, we were up and down all night long into Sunday morning. Did not sleep well at all Sunday. We went to church, came home, had an issue at the farm Bryant had to go deal with. That is why I did couch time by myself. And anyway, so we had kind of an eventful day. But then Sunday night, we had a great, Sunday mornings we do 2 services back to back. And then Sunday night we did a dinner for all the volunteers of the church. We had it catered. We gave out a few door prizes, and it was just wonderful. I had to do a few things to prepare for that. So real quick, I need to do some cleaning up in here and picking up before I can even think about going to the grocery store, think about making anything. And we have we have a tax appointment today. Anyway, so with that being said, while I do a little bit of cleaning up, I took a few pictures last night at the meal, did a little bit of videoing prior to the meal actually starting. So let me take you back to last night, share with you a few pictures while I clean up a little bit in here, and then we'll come together and see what the rest of the day holds. So enjoy the footage from yesterday. Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. You are joining us on, I usually am in my kitchen, but I'm not today. It is Sunday evening, and I'm actually going into the lower part of the church to make some copies. We are having a special dinner for our all of our volunteers who serve the church in any way. I just locked the door. I'll get in the church in a second. And so we're having a special dinner for them tonight. Gracious, I can't get in the church. Hang on. Okay, I finally got in. I guess I had to hold my mouth the right way. But anyway, so I'm coming over here. We're doing some door prizes, and I've got to make copies of where they fill out their names. But if you have served or helped in any way, shape, or form at the church, we're doing like a thank you dinner tonight. We're having it catered by a local Mexican restaurant, or La Hacienda. And so I'm going to make these copies and cut them up, and so they can have places to write their name and enter for the door prizes. So I went in Bryant's office and cut up all the name things, and it's official. We need to invest in him a good pair of scissors to have in his office, because that little slicer thing I was using did not work well. I've mutilated the name tags, or the slips that they fill out, put their name on. So let's head across and see what he said. I said back a while, I'm really trying hard to do I do 5 videos a week, and the first 3, or at least 3 of those videos, I want it to be something kind of cooking or a recipe. But I also said that sometimes our life is just not conducive to do that, and this is actually kind of one of those weeks. But I didn't want to give up yet, so I thought, what is something fast and easy that I'm wanting to make, that I can make and still be considered doing a little bit of a recipe with you guys. Well, I super enjoyed making my own salad dressing the other day. It's so easy to go to the store and just put some kind of dressing in your cart, but it is so good to make it at home, and you usually don't have a lot. Like, I have probably 10 different bottles of dressing in my refrigerator door that probably need to be tossed out because they've been in there forever. So when you make your own, you don't have to make the large amounts, and it's good. It's better. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to make a creamy Italian dressing. Now, we have a restaurant here in Asheboro. Well, it's several places, but called Sir Pizza. And they have a salad, a chef salad that is absolutely to die for. And I always got their diet Italian dressing, and I loved it. They no longer have it. I don't know why they did away with it, but they did away with it. And so I was like, oh no, I love that salad, but I don't want to, I don't like it with ranch dressing. A lot of people eat it with ranch dressing, but I didn't want it with ranch. I wanted it with my diet Italian. So one day I was there and I tried their creamy Italian, and boy, it was super good. Probably not healthy, but it was good. So we're going to make a variation or our own take on a creamy Italian dressing based on probably what I have in the cabinet. I hope I have everything the recipe calls for, but we will see. So let me check, and we'll meet you back right here, and we'll make it one way or the other, with or without all the ingredients. Okay, so I'm either going to link down below where I found this recipe, or I'll type out the recipe, either one. So let's get started. I have here measured out about 3/4 cup of mayonnaise, and because I'm doing it in a pint jar, I'm gonna spoon this in there, and I'll take a paper towel and we'll clean up the edges. I like doing it in a pint jar because, one, I can store it in the refrigerator, and I can just kind of shake it up in here. But sometimes when you're putting something in like this, you do get it around the edge. I'm going to take a paper towel and just clean that edge up. We'll set that aside. I hope my mic is on. Appears to be. All right. So I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. Okay. So let's go in with our dry ingredients. First, I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. And I'm going to do a generous 1/2 teaspoon, because I think it needs to be a generous 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. Also, we need, sugar. I need a teaspoon of white sugar. All right. Okay, and let's go in now with our liquids. I think that's really all of our, our dry ingredients, with the exception of garlic. But all right, I'm going in with a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. We're also going to go in with a tablespoon of lemon juice. If you don't have lemon juice or fresh lemons, I had debated on doing actually 2 tablespoons of the red wine vinegar, and I might still like that better. Okay, we're going in with, I think it's a let's go ahead and do our tablespoons first. I need a tablespoon of oil. The recipe actually calls for vegetable oil, but I'm going to use olive oil. I just think the olive oil will give it a little bit better flavor. And I need a tablespoon of water. Going to hold my hand gently. I could have had water in a dish over here. All right, so there's our water. So now I need a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. All right, so let's see. I believe that's all the actual recipe calls for. And a clove of garlic. So we're going to just do a nice little dollop of garlic in here. Now, the recipe actually does not call for any salt and pepper, but I think it needs it. So we're just going to do just kind of a finger pinch of both. All right. That's just the Leslie edition. All right. So one reason I like using a pint jar is because you can close it up. And like I said, you can store it. I keep a ring and a used lid because I don't want to use one of mine that I'm actually going to be canning with because, you know, I want those for canning and I want the seal to stay good. So I usually just keep one that out of a jar I've emptied. This one actually was a grape jelly that I made. And so I kept the lid. And that's what I'll leave on this until it's empty, and then we'll store it. So I put the lid on, but I always put a rag over it just in case I don't have the lid on really good, or in case there's some kind of flaw in the lid, you know, where I've kept it in storage. I always just keep a little. Oh my goodness, look at that. That actually looks absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait to taste it. I just shake it. Just shake it. All right, let me kind of put the stuff up and clean up around here a little bit. And we'll come back and I'll stick a spoon in there and we'll give it a taste test and see what we think. So hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, so let's give this a try. Let me make sure my mic is still on. Yes. So we're going to give this just a quick taste. And then we had salads the other night. We had a family dinner, had steaks, potatoes. It was wonderful. Bryant does steaks. He grills them, and oh my goodness, he does such a great job. So we had family dinner the other night. It was so, first of all, it was so much fun with the boys running around. But it was delicious. So we have some leftover salad. So when Bryant comes in from the farm, I'm going to fix him a salad, let him taste this dressing. But I wanted to give it a taste. I should have tasted it before I put all the ingredients up in case I think it needs anything. But we're just going to give it a quick taste. That is really good. However, I think it needs more red wine vinegar. So I'm going to put this spoon up. Going to grab that, hang tight. And we're going to add actually probably quite a bit of, if I can find what I did with it. Here it is. I'm not even going to measure it, but I'm probably going to put a whole nother tablespoon. I just think it needs to be a little bit more twangy. Twangy. We're going to make it a little more twangy. Now, I don't know where my towel went. Let's grab another towel. think it needed a little more twang. And I'm glad I added the salt. It may actually need a little more salt, but let's try it now with that extra red wine vinegar and see if that, it's perfect. It just needed a little more twang. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That fixed everything. It doesn't need any more salt. It just needed a little more twang. So I will link this recipe, but I'll also type out what I did because I think it definitely needed, definitely needed the extra vinegars. And I'm pretty sure that was at least a tablespoon more that I added. So, all right, as soon as Bryant gets home, I'll fix him a salad. I'll bring you guys back and we'll see how he likes our creamy Italian dressing. It's wonderful. I mean, it absolutely tastes, the things you can make at home taste so much better than what you can buy at the store. And yeah, it does take a little effort in making it. And it is so easy, I know, because I do it all the time, to throw a thing of dressing in your cart when you can make it at home. In fact, I make the ranch from the ranch dressing mix. I make it at home, and my family begs for that over store-bought, actually prepared dressing, even though it's still the Hidden Valley Ranch mix. I make it with buttermilk, I make it with mayonnaise, and it is so good. But just think of making absolutely your own at home. I mean, you can go find recipes just like I did. This, I think, was on All Recipes maybe. And then you can just doctor it up the way you want. I added salt, I added pepper, and I added a whole nother tablespoon of red wine vinegar. I thought it needed it. So definitely make this. And I will type out how I did it. And I'll also share the link. I'll try to share the link if I can. I got to make sure that's where I found it from, but I'm pretty sure it was on allrecipes.com. But okay, we will check this and see what Bryant thinks when he gets in here. I'll make him a quick salad because I know he'll be probably a little bit hungry coming from the farm and working. So, all right. So guys, what I'm going to do while we're waiting on Bryant is I'm actually going to look through my recipes here, the ones I want to make, and make my grocery list and just see what I need to pick up. And hopefully we will get to the grocery store either this afternoon after tax time, or maybe tomorrow morning. But hopefully we can get it done today after taxes. And so I'm just going to make my list and wait for Bryant to get here for him to try that dressing that is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. So hang tight. I'm going to make my list. He'll be here in a little bit and you'll get to see what he thinks. So see you in just a minute. Okay, everyone, Bryant is here and he is ready for this taste test. I've got our salad that we had the other night from our steak night, our family meal steak night. So this is salad that was left over, and I'm fixing Bryant a bowl, and I'll let him come and top it with the dressing that we've made and see what he thinks. He doesn't even know what kind it is. I know what he'll think it is. So come, Bryant, and tell me what you think. All right. He's coming.
So what have you done now?
He's working on tax stuff.
Working on tax stuff. Hang on. We took him up a little bit.
Yep, just getting the lights.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We need to raise the lights up.
We need to raise the lights up a little bit.
So what kind of dressing do you think that is?
Well, that kind of looks like a ranch or buttermilk Caesar or something.
It does? Wait, you need to shake it one more time for you.
Shake it.
It's not any of the above.
None of the above. Okay. Looks very creamy. That's delicious. Right, here we go. Did you make this?
I did.
Yeah, all right.
Don't sling it on your shirt.
Got it on there. Let's give it a try. What's it called?
Will you tell me what it is? See if you can tell me what it is.
I tried to trick her. Got Parmesan in it. It's a little vinegary. I'm not sure, but it's good.
He's not sure, but it's good.
What is it?
It's a creamy Italian.
Oh.
No Parmesan.
No Parmesan?
You missed that.
I'm sorry. I don't have a sophisticated
palate. My green light on?
I'm making sure.
Yep.
It's really good. You want a bite?
Nope. I've already had it. I've already tasted it.
It's delicious. Is it easy to make?
Very easy. Just a few ingredients, and we put it together in no time. We actually put it together right in this jar, shook it up, mixed it, and everything right here in the jar.
That is delicious.
That is delicious.
Yeah. Is it healthy? Right. Is it healthy?
Probably not. Probably not. Okay. But hey, just a little bit. I actually will taste it.
A little dab, do you?
Yeah, I want it on that cucumber.
It's delicious.
I see why you think it has Parmesan, because it's got that.
Got that little taste.
Yep. It's really good. Okay, guys. Here's you a dressing that you've got to make. I hope you enjoyed seeing our little thing we did last night at church. We had a really good time. And I hope you enjoyed the salad dressing. So now you have
our volunteer appreciation.
Yeah, I shared that with them.
It was a great time. We got to love on those folks. It was really, really good.
Yeah. And we appreciate all of our volunteers at church.
Our volunteers.
Yes.
We couldn't do what we do without them.
Exactly right. Sure couldn't. I mean, one man can't be everywhere, and our volunteers just give of themselves. They give of their time. They are super committed, and we will never be able to show how much we appreciate them, but we enjoyed doing a little bit last night. So, okay, I'm going to let you guys go. We've got a tax appointment to get to, and I will see you guys on the next video. Just remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. I have to have this to cut the camera off. So remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. Bye, y'all.